Welcome back to the Alien Spaceship Talkshow podcast. And in case you're just joining us, you're listening to the Alien Spaceship Talkshow podcast with Emmy Hikins and Trevor Gear.
Climate change is a fake piece of fake news. It's not real. It's something that governments use to increase taxes on people. Now, that may or may not have a part in this. I mean, let's face it, very few debates are completely one way or the other. There's always bits and pieces of truth on all sides. So there may be something in what he says that the potential catastrophe is not as serious as the protesters on the roads or some governments, even our own government perhaps, are saying this is a deadly serious thing and we've got to change our behaviour. So probably there's bits and pieces of truth in most views, but it does seem to me that most countries are making some attempts to generate much more renewable energy, which seems to make sense because it's going to be cheaper for people. On the other hand, I suppose you could say, well, this earth provides all these facilities, you know, in the forms of oil and gas, coal, and all these other things which we've used for generations within the earth itself. So were we originally given a planet, born to a planet that had all these resources, and we shouldn't be using them? It's like having a fridge full of food and you can't eat it for whatever reason. You've got to sit there and not eat. So that's an interesting point as well, really. As for people like Greta Thunberg, you've got to say she's probably sincere in the way she believes these things. I think, like you said, a lot of people would think it's not quite the way to go about it, because also she's almost like jumped ship, an appropriate analogy, because she sailed a ship into Israel and Gaza in that war zone, taking a political view on that. Well, you know, her main thrust has been climate change, and is she now hopping to another cause just to sort of keep in the limelight? I don't know. But yeah, it's a very interesting subject, and maybe the best thing is to keep an open mind. I think that's what I would do on this, because, you know, I did used to be of the view, perhaps like you, that no, I think it is just a way to alarm populations. If you frighten populations, you can control them more. So you mentioned COVID. Some say COVID was sort of over hypes. You know, we were locked down, and now many people say we should never have been locked down. It was never as serious as was said. The vaccines were kind of fake. There's a whole view on that side of it, whereas others say, well, no, there clearly was a pandemic of some sort. Whether we needed to shut everything down is a matter for debate. And although they're doing an inquiry, I think ultimately they'd take 2 or 3 years to come to fruition. And by then people have kind of forgotten mostly about it. But let's face it, most of us do remember that unique time. You mentioned it, as I say, at the beginning of what you said. In 2020, we'll often reference back to that time because, yeah, it's true. I thought the same. The weather was fantastic and we couldn't really go out. Well, we couldn't go out and enjoy it, could we? No. But it was as if the lack of vehicle activity alone would free up the Earth's resources in nature. So I think there may be something in that. So yeah, we're not going to come up with any answers here. That's not what we're trying to do, is it? We're just kind of airing a subject which we all, you know, you can believe, or should we say two things can be true at the same time. We can say, well, we're not sure, we're perhaps 50-50. There's obviously something in this, but maybe it's not, you know, not as powerfully dangerous as is being made out to be. That can be true, as well as other parts of it as well, that maybe is over-exaggerated and so on. So I don't think one needs to take an extreme view on this. But yeah, it's an interesting one, particularly when scientists do say the Ice Age will be delayed for all those years, 50,000 odd years, whereas the pattern generally over thousands of years has been broadly once every 10,000 years you get a glacial Ice Age.
Well,
yeah, so that's the subject to go on.
Yeah, I was just thinking, because while we're still on that subject, I just thought Now, if climate change is delayed ice age, which I think is a conspiracy theory, because
Do you?
yeah,
Do you?
I don't really believe in the ice age, but let's assume that there was an ice age at some point, and there were humans then during the ice age, and now climate change is delayed the next ice age. I think that's a good thing, climate change then. I don't want an ice age. I couldn't survive in a -2, let alone an ice age.
Yeah, it's interesting to know about an ice age. I mean, I've not ever really looked.
We're going to take a short break now. We're back shortly. You've been listening to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show with Trevor Gear and Emmy Hikins. The Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast is looking for sponsors. If you're a company out there looking to spread the word about the products and services you provide, please get in touch with Deepstuff Radio Podcast on info@deepstuffrecords.com, or to use the contact form on our website to contact us, please visit radio.deepstuffrecords.com. Also, if you're looking to get involved on the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast, reach out via our Deepstuff Radio Facebook page. Thank you.